Shalom and welcome to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. This is Meditation and Mindfulness with Rabbi Adam Kligfeld.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. This is the first non-Yontif, non-Erev Yom Kippur Friday in 5 weeks. So it's the first time we have an opportunity to be here at Temple Beth Am, my office, for the Friday meditation. Hello to those who are joining here in Los Angeles. Hello to those who are joining on Zoom. Hello to anyone who is watching this live on Facebook, either on my profile or the Temple Beth Am page. And hello to anyone who's listening on the Temple Beth Am podcast series. If you're new-ish to this weekly gathering, it's an opportunity to claim some spiritual space and time for ourselves and to do it together and to have this simultaneity of being in a completely unique and individuated experience, because once you close your eyes, you are the only one who has any sense of where your mind is traveling. But you're not alone. And somehow the people in this room and on this Zoom and watching on Facebook, and even the ones who are watching asynchronously on the podcast or listening, are having a shared experience. It's Rosh Chodesh Cheshvan, or it's the first day of Rosh Chodesh Cheshvan. And the month has different connotations for different people. A lot of people like to joke that it's a month of relief for clergy because Tishrei has been so intense. Yes and no. I think one of my colleagues is with me in the room. I won't speak for her, but I say that Tishrei is intense, but also very sweet, filled with people filling buildings, interested in prayer, interested in the things that we're offering more than any other time during the year. And so Cheshvan can sometimes be a bit of a dip. And as many of you know, Cheshvan, which is the name of the month, is nicknamed in our tradition Mar Cheshvan. Mar not meaning Mr., but Mar meaning bitter. And the bitterness of Cheshvan is that after a month replete with holidays, Cheshvan has none. Right? The next holiday on the calendar, aside from Shabbat, is Hanukkah. The next biblical holiday on the calendar is Purim. We're entering into a darker zone, both in terms of the light of the universe, right, where we are on the solar calendar, and we're entering into a darker zone on the lunar calendar, because there's nothing waiting for us to say, this is a moment of intentional spiritual presence. And therefore, I think Cheshvan every year is an opportunity for a great and important challenge to anyone who seeks in his or her personal life, or religious life, or spiritual life, peak moments. A reminder that primarily the obligation to crest that peak is on you, not the calendar. And if one waits for one's anniversary to experience a peak moment with one's spouse, anniversary is probably going to disappoint. If one waits for one's birthday to feel like your being alive is a wonderful thing, there's no way the birthday is going to satisfy. And if we wait for Purim, for the next time the Bible bursts through time and says, this is peak, then the darkness of the next few months is on us, not the calendar. So what I want us to meditate about is really how to access, or at least be aware of, the full and limitless potential, spiritually and personally, of right now, no matter what day on the calendar it is. Because that is a daily Cheshvan challenge. With that in mind, I invite you to close your eyes if you have not already. Feel the delightful but maybe even strange transformation physically as you assume a position, as you close your eyes with no intention of falling asleep, but actually of a different kind of waking up. And even though you've been living in your body your whole life, and using your body actively since you woke up this morning, you might feel your body differently now that you're closing off other sensations and just trying to inhabit this vessel of your spirit. If you haven't meditated in a while, just try to get used to this feeling, this stance. Allow it to come through you, to wash over you. Just be fully present with what this feels like. You may hear your mind asking of you, what do I feel in my body? What am I actually experiencing? Ask that of yourself with only curiosity. No judgment, no shoulds, no expectation, just as a witness. What am I feeling in my body? You can breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, lengthening the inhalations and exhalations just enough, not that you're straining, but that it's clear you're doing this with kavanah, with intent, with focus, with purpose, with relish. And however this looks spatially in your mind, think of the month we just left, with its holidays and festivals and dates of meaning. It might appear to you as a mountain range, a series of peaks, or expressions of light. Just try to visualize the sweep of Tishrei, from Rosh Hashanah to Yom Kippur to Sukkot to Shmini Atzeret to Simchat Torah. Visualize the transition from that to Cheshvan. Flat where there were peaks, quiet where there was sound, stillness instead of movement. Allow this shape of Cheshvan to be viewed in your mind. And as you look at it, look at the expanse of stillness and sameness and quiet and mundane in front of you. Try also to see the full possibilities as well. What peak can I scale on this flat meadow. What high can I engineer? What light can I shine? What is the fullest power that can be extracted or grafted on to this moment, to this month, to any moment, to any month? I challenge myself to find the mountain range of Cheshvan, waiting to be climbed, waiting to be enjoyed. ready, you can come to the surface. Close by saying this closing prayer, which I'll put on the screen as well. And we'll say this 3 times together. May we in all beings have happiness in the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. May we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. May we in all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. May we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. May we in all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. And may we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. We wish you all a shalom, Shabbat shalom, namaste. And this will be pretty much every Friday at 8:15. I know it's later today because of Rosh Chodesh, 8:15 Pacific. 2 weeks from today, I'm not available, but one of my colleagues might be able to, and we'll try to let you know.
You have been listening to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. If you enjoy these podcasts, we invite you to write a review on the Apple Podcast site or wherever you get your podcasts. For more information about Temple Beth Am Los Angeles, go to tbala.org.